I need to get this out, because my mind is currently a hurricane of doubt, anger, and absolute gut-wrenching betrayal. I'm hoping strangers on the internet can provide the clarity I desperately need, because the man who is supposed to be my future is telling me I'm crazy, and I'm starting to believe him. My fiancé, Alex, 30M, and I, 29F, have been together for 4 beautiful years. He proposed 6 months ago, a perfect, picturesque proposal on the coast, and we've set the wedding date for next October. We own a home together, we have joint accounts, and our families are already intertwined. We had the kind of solid, dependable relationship that others envy. We were the we're going to make it couple. Alex is brilliant, kind, and incredibly supportive. He's the first person I'd tell anything to, and I thought I knew everything about him. The one tiny shadow in our history was his past relationship with his college girlfriend, Chloe, 30F. They dated for about 5 years, broke up 4 years before he met me, and their relationship ended amicably, or so I was told. When we first started dating, I knew they were still friendly. They followed each other on social media, occasionally liked photos, and I think he sent a birthday text. I never saw it as an issue. After all, if he was still deeply in love with her, he wouldn't be building a life with me, right? That's what I told myself. It was mature, it was healthy. The first few years were genuinely bliss. Our communication was open, our dates were fun, and we meshed perfectly. When we got engaged, I felt like I had won the relationship lottery. We started wedding planning immediately, picking venues and compiling guest lists, and for a while, every conversation was about our future. But around 3 months ago, things started to shift subtly. It wasn't a bomb dropping, it was more like the slow, steady drip of a faucet that eventually drives you insane. It started with his phone. Alex has always been pretty attached to his phone, but suddenly, it felt welded to his hand. He started placing it face down on the counter. Always. He used to leave it lying face up when he showered or went to the bathroom, not caring about notifications. Now, if I reached for it to change the song on Spotify, he would gently, but quickly, intercept. "Oh, I got it, babe," he'd say, flashing a quick, practiced smile. Then came the late-night sessions. He's usually scrolling Twitter or gaming on his PC after dinner, but lately, he'd be on his phone, typing away. If I came into the living room, he'd switch apps lightning fast or just lock the screen and put it down with a sigh, saying he was just checking work emails. At 10 p.m. on a Saturday? I didn't press it, but the pattern was undeniable. I tried to talk to him about it casually. "Hey, you seem really busy on your phone lately. Everything okay?" He'd instantly get defensive. "What are you talking about? I'm winding down. Do you not want me to have private time?" This was his new tactic, twisting my observation into an attack on his personal space. I backed off, feeling guilty for even asking. The wedding planning also started feeling strained. Whenever I brought up details, florists, caterers, the seating chart, he'd be present physically, but mentally, he was miles away. He'd offer vague agreements. "Whatever you think is best, honey," or "I trust your judgment." He was checked out. I felt like I was planning a wedding by myself, for myself. I brought it up more seriously one evening. "Alex, I feel like I'm doing all of this alone. This is supposed to be our day. Are you still excited about this?" He looked genuinely hurt and said, "Of course I am. It's just a lot of logistics. I'm focusing on work right now so we can afford all of this. I'm thinking about us." The justification sounded reasonable, but the cold feeling in my stomach remained. It was like I was fighting a phantom. I knew something was wrong, but every explanation he gave was logical enough to shut me down. A few weeks ago, his mom mentioned Chloe. We were talking about high school memories, and she innocently said, "Oh, Alex told me Chloe is moving to New York. She finally got that art fellowship." I froze. Alex hadn't mentioned this. Chloe lives in our city, and moving cross-country is a pretty big life change. When I asked him about it later, he shrugged. Yeah, she mentioned it. Why is that a big deal? It's Chloe. The dismissive tone was what got me. It wasn't that he talked to her, it was that he withheld information that showed he knew intimate details of her major life decisions. That's not a friendly acquaintance, that's an active relationship. My anxiety was now a constant, low-level buzz. It permeated our quiet moments, making intimacy feel heavy and forced. I started watching him, which I hate admitting, but the secrecy was infectious. One morning, he accidentally left his laptop open while he went to the gym. I was making coffee, and the corner of the screen showed a text notification pop up. The name wasn't visible, but the snippet of the message was, "The hardest part about leaving is that I won't be able to just see you whenever." My blood ran cold. The capital I for emphasis, the context of leaving, the immediate intimacy of the phrase, it was a confession, or at least it felt like one. It was exactly 3 days after his mom had told me about Chloe's move. I immediately closed the laptop, heart pounding, feeling like a criminal. I didn't confront him yet. I couldn't. I needed certainty, not just a suspicious fragment. The idea that he was having an emotional affair, especially with his longtime ex, was almost physically painful. It felt like standing on quicksand, realizing the ground beneath me wasn't solid. I started digging, not into his devices, but into my memories. I realized that a few nights a week, he would be working late in his home office, always with the door slightly ajar but not completely open. If I went to ask him something, he'd always quickly minimize the screen and turn to me, almost startled. The constant need for his phone or laptop became unbearable. It felt like a third person was always in the room with us, demanding his attention. Our conversations became shallower because he was always waiting for a ding or a vibration, his focus split. I tried to rationalize it. Maybe it was a struggling friend. Maybe a family member. But every time I considered that, the phrasing from the laptop screen returned, "I won't be able to just see you whenever." It felt romantic, possessive, and deeply concerning. I knew I needed proof, but I also knew I had to respect our boundaries. It was a miserable ethical loop. Could I trust him? Yes. But did his behavior warrant checking his phone? Absolutely. The lack of trust was already there, sown by his secrecy. A couple of days later, the perfect, horrible opportunity presented itself. Alex got hit with a massive deadline and had to rush back to the office late Sunday night. He kissed me goodbye and raced out the door, forgetting his phone on the charger next to the bed. I stared at it for a full minute, trembling. It felt like holding a live bomb. My internal battle was quick, trust or truth. The truth won. I picked up the phone. I didn't have to guess the password. It was our anniversary date, which somehow made the coming betrayal hurt even more. A locked door with a familiar, loving key. I went straight to his messages app. And there it was. Chloe. Not a sporadic text chain. Not a "how are you" every month. It was an active, daily thread spanning months, often with dozens of messages a day. My eyes blurred as I started skimming the last few weeks. The sheer volume was staggering. They weren't just discussing her move, they were discussing everything. "Alex, I miss this. Just talking to you about the dumb stuff. No one else gets my job stress the way you do. Chloe, I know. It's why we always worked. Don't forget to eat dinner, Alex." Photo of his desk lunch, working on it. "You and I, same old habits." It's comforting. The most damning part was the sheer emotional weight they placed on each other. It was an emotional relationship that ran parallel to mine, but it was closer to his core self. She was his confidant, his stress reliever, his safe harbor. Then I saw the messages from the night his mom mentioned the move. Chloe was clearly panicking about leaving, not about the fellowship itself, but about leaving him. "Chloe, seriously, I'm terrified. What if I lose you completely?" "Alex, that's not going to happen. You're my person. You always have been, see. Distance changes nothing fundamental between us. You're my person. That phrase hit me like a physical blow. He used to call me his person. I sank onto the floor, the cold tile radiating through my silk pajamas, the phone shaking in my hands. The phrase wasn't just sweet, it was a relationship title he had quietly bestowed upon his ex while preparing to marry me. I scrolled further back, finding messages about our wedding planning. Chloe, is the venue really that massive ballroom? That's so, not you. Alex, tell me about it. It's what she wants. You know I just want something small and simple. It's easier to just nod along sometimes. He was complaining about me, about our choices, to her. He was painting me as the high-maintenance fiancé who was forcing him into a life he didn't want. He was establishing a shade, conspiratorial bond with his ex against me, his fiancé. The worst exchange involved a ring. He had bought me a beautiful solitaire. I saw a message from 3 weeks ago where Chloe asked if the ring was settled. Alex, yeah. It's done. It's lovely, but not the one you and I always joked about, here? Chloe, crying emoji. No, not the sapphire. We had such dumb dreams. Alex, we did. And they were good ones. The sapphire. The ring he and Chloe had dreamed of. My beautiful, expensive solitaire was just a placeholder, a compromise, because the dream ring belonged to a fantasy he shared with another woman. I felt sick. This wasn't just texting, this was holding hands with one person while walking down the aisle with another. I didn't need to read any more. The evidence was overwhelming. It wasn't physical cheating, but it was an emotional tether so strong that I realized I wasn't marrying all of Alex. I was only getting the parts he didn't give to Chloe. I deleted nothing. I locked the phone and put it back exactly where I found it. I was numb, but the numbness was quickly replaced by a cold, searing rage. When Alex finally returned home from the office around 2 a.m., I was sitting on the edge of the bed, the lights on, holding his phone in my hand. My face must have been pale and rigid, because the moment he saw me, his confident, tired demeanor evaporated. Babe, what are you doing up? Is everything okay? He asked, trying to sound concerned, but his eyes were darting to the phone. I didn't yell. I spoke in a low, shaking voice that barely sounded like my own. I saw it. I saw everything. He immediately went into denial. So what? I don't know what you're talking about. My name. Is this about work? I know I've been stressed. I held up the phone, unlocked it, and pulled up the thread with Chloe. Don't lie to me. Don't try to manipulate this. You're my person. Complaining about our wedding. Joking about a sapphire ring we were supposed to buy. I pushed the screen towards his face. His face cycled through shock, fear, and then, sickeningly, a mask of righteous indignation. He didn't apologize. He didn't even look sad. He looked annoyed. You went through my private phone? Are you serious? My name? That is a massive violation of my trust and privacy. How could you do that? He was trying to flip the script instantly, focusing on my action, not his transgression. I violated your privacy because you violated our entire relationship, Alex. You are emotionally cheating on me with your ex, every single day. I finally raised my voice. Cheating? That is absurd. We are friends. Close friends. We've known each other for a decade. Do you expect me to just cut off every single person from my past? Chloe is moving across the country. We were saying goodbye. He paced the room, running a hand through his hair dramatically. I hit him with his own words. You told her, distance changes nothing fundamental between us. What is fundamental, Alex? Our engagement? Our future? Or your relationship with her? He stopped, his voice dropping to a smooth, condescending tone. You are being incredibly dramatic. This is exactly what I mean. I can't have a mature, platonic friendship with someone without you turning it into a soap opera. This is about your insecurities, not my loyalty. He started to gaslight me, expertly. She is literally my oldest female friend. She's going through a huge life change. Of course, I'm supporting her. Do you want me to be an unemotional monster? Are you that controlling? You're acting like a jealous teenager. He insisted that the "you're my person" was just a term of endearment from their shared history, like an inside joke. He said complaining about the ballroom was just a moment of stress venting, and that he truly loves the venue. He spun every piece of evidence, minimizing it until I felt foolish for having made such a big deal out of friendly banter. But then, the sheer volume of the messages, the daily contact, came back to me. It's daily, Alex. Daily. You text her more detailed, intimate things than you talk to me in person. You are married to me in spirit and getting married to her on paper. His final move was the most manipulative. He sat down next to me, took my hands, and gave me the deep, sincere eye contact I fell in love with. I am marrying you. I love you. You are my future. If this is what it takes, I will block her right now. I will cut her off completely. But I need you to understand that you are forcing me to sacrifice a harmless, important friendship because of your overreaction. Is that really how you want to start our marriage? By controlling who I can talk to? And just like that, I was back on the defensive, questioning my own sanity and maturity. That was 3 days ago. Alex blocked Chloe instantly and showed me the blocked screen. He's been overly attentive since then, buying me flowers, cooking dinner, and talking non-stop about wedding details. He's acting like the perfect, loving fiancé, and the message is clear. I solved the problem, now you need to fix your crazy reaction. But the silence from Chloe's end is deafening, and it doesn't feel like a victory. It feels like a forced isolation. Every time he touches me, I replay his words to her. Distance changes nothing fundamental between us. What if he just moved the conversation to an encrypted app, or another platform, and is now performing for me? The whole scenario has shattered my foundation. I look at the man across the dinner table and see a stranger who has been leading a double life. He hasn't confessed to emotional cheating. He has confessed to having a closer, more authentic emotional relationship with his ex than he has with me, and he sees no problem with it. I feel like a consolation prize. The woman he gets to marry because the sapphire ring fantasy with his person didn't pan out. I feel like I am standing in a beautiful, expensive ballroom, wearing a stunning white dress, but the groom is looking past me at the exit door. I called my sister, and she told me to leave. My best friend said I need to go to therapy, with or without him, to figure out what I want. Alex's mom is oblivious, and I can't bring myself to tell her because I know it will break her heart. The wedding is 10 months away. We've spent thousands of dollars, deposits are non-refundable, and the invitations are designed. Our entire life is intertwined. Leaving means blowing up my house, my savings, and my entire carefully constructed future. But staying means spending the rest of my life feeling like I'm the third wheel in a relationship between my husband and his soulmate who lives 2,000 miles away. It means constantly monitoring his phone and questioning every moment of silence. It means accepting that I am marrying a man who doesn't see our communication or emotional needs as a priority. Right now, he's watching TV, completely relaxed, satisfied that he has solved my overreaction. I'm sitting here, staring at the engagement ring, feeling the weight of the massive, looming decision. I love him, or at least, I loved the idea of him and what we had. But I can't shake the feeling that my marriage will be built on the lie that he is fully committed to me. I haven't slept properly in 3 days. I feel like I'm grieving a death, but the corpse is still sitting on my couch. I have to make a choice about whether to cancel the wedding and suffer the financial and social humiliation, or walk down that aisle knowing I am second best. What do you think? Should I stay or leave? If you were in my shoes, what would you do?